Hello, this is Tim Hellman.
And Gabe.
And this is Movie Talk. Today we're going to review the movie Hillary's America, The Secret History of the Democratic Party. Hillary's America is the new propaganda documentary flick from writer-director Dinesh D'Souza, the man who also brought us the 2012 hit 2016 Obama's America. D'Souza once again co-wrote and co-directed the movie, this time with Bruce Schooley. The two filmmakers also co-wrote and co-directed the 2014 exploitation documentary flick America, Imagine the World Without Her. In this film, D'Souza and Schooley analyze what they think presidential nominee Hillary Clinton's true motives are by also examining the history of the Democratic Party. Like Obama's America, the film is yet another attempt to sway the upcoming presidential election. It's gotten almost unanimously negative reviews from critics, and it scored an average rating of 1.9 out of 10 on the website Rotten Tomatoes. You said it was embarrassing buying the ticket.
Oh god, it was embarrassing. And I'm wearing this shirt,
yeah.
so I look like it just came from the RNC.
Yeah. Sitting with that crowd of people was kind of uncomfortable too.
Yeah, I'm glad we sat in the front. You were saying, and I agree, it was way worse than the 2016 Obama movie.
Obama's America.
That was an insanely stupid movie, but it was kind of well put together, right?
It was all about Obama.
And it was all about one subject.
And
this thing was just wandering everywhere.
Wondering if they're ever going to tie it into Hillary Clinton.
It took until like the last maybe 25% of the movie?
Last 30 minutes, I think.
Okay.
So the first hour and 15 minutes was nothing about her, really. It was all about slavery and the history of the Democratic Party 100 years ago, trying to say that the Democrats haven't changed at all, right?
So that's the general, the thesis of the movie, which he considers a secret history that every school child already knows.
Yeah.
Is that, in the 1800s, the Democratic Party was the
really racist,
more pro-slavery, and Republicans were more anti-slavery.
And they were more liberal, too.
Yeah.
He goes into the fact that a lot of people think they switched, but he says that's a lie.
Right. But he also ignores what was actually a document of the Southern strategy where the Republican parties did go after Blue Dog Democrats, culminating mostly in the 70s, but by the time Reagan was elected is really when the racist wing of the Democratic Party ended up being more Republican. He suggests that it had more to do with economic concerns.
Oh, yeah.
And he contradicts himself within like 3 or 4 minutes. First he talks about FDR when he passed the New Deal, specifically said that blacks couldn't get the New Deal jobs. Then a few minutes later he says the only reason blacks went to the Democratic Party is so they can get the New Deal jobs. I thought that was so there was just, he cancels himself out in this movie a lot of times.
The filming reminded me of Drunk History.
Yeah.
The performances and the way it was shot and everything, it was like watching Drunk History, but it was supposed to be serious. I couldn't believe how even Republicans could buy that the way it was presented.
That's what I was wondering. So I think that also was a difference with this Obama movie is...
It was a little bit more believable.
Well, I don't know about believable, but like it wasn't so corny and cheese dick. This was so over the top that I can't imagine anybody wouldn't realize
It's so propaganda.
that it's propaganda. Yeah.
And it kind of made me feel like I was watching a dirty exploitation film, like I kind of wanted to go take a shower.
75% of the movie had nothing to do with the movie. It was weird.
Well, that way he could have changed it if Bernie Sanders was the nominee, but...
Oh, is that kind of the point?
No, I don't know. I'm just thinking. I don't know how he would have tied Bernie... Because Bernie just became a Democrat to try to win the election. And what would have been his evil motives?
Yeah, the modern Democratic Party almost nominated a Jew and did twice elect a half black, half white American.
I know. Why did so many racists vote for Barack Obama?
Yeah.
And then all the Republican Party has been trying to tear him down all this time.
Yeah.
Yeah, it didn't make a lot of sense to me. And then I don't get his argument is that Trump isn't all these things. He's not a racist.
Exactly. I mean,
why would you vote for Trump over?
That's the main thing. Is like his nominee contradicts his entire point. So the whole thing begins with his presenting himself as a political martyr and some sort of scholarly genius.
Because Obama wanted revenge for his movie.
Yeah, so his theory is that due to his stupid movie, 2016, whatever.
Obama's America.
That he was treated unfairly. What actually happened is he personally pled guilty to campaign finance fraud. One, he pled guilty to it. Two, no, Obama doesn't give a crap about some guy's movie enough to prosecute him. This current movie, he presents his punishment as being super severe, whereas actually it was a nighttime confinement. So during the day he would do community service and walk around the beaches of San Diego with his latte. And he had to be home at night, sleep on a cot, go get up in the morning and go do whatever the hell he wanted to do.
He made it seem like he was locked up there for 8 months.
Yep. I think.
So I don't see how this could sway anyone.
No, it's not gonna sway anybody. I mean, there was those true believers that were in the theater. They're just getting.
It's just preaching to the choir.
Preaching to the choir, exactly.
The people that already believe this. I'd give it 0 stars, actually.
I would actually agree almost 100%. Oh, sorry. One more point I wanted to make. There's another contradiction. He talks about Jackson, very racist towards both his slaves and the Native Americans. And Jackson isn't he on the $20 bill?
I don't remember.
Break out a 20.
Yeah.
But
I do have a 20 on me.
basically what I'm getting at is that's Jackson. He was a Democrat in the early 1800s. He was a racist, slave owner, Indian hater, Indian killer. And Dinesh D'Souza fairly points that out. What he does not point out is that currently we want to put Harriet Tubman, the black woman who helped slaves, on this $20 bill and replace this asshole. And the people who are against that are the modern Republican Party.
Yeah, I was hoping you'd remember that was mine.
I was hoping I'd forget. So I'm looking at my notes, which are a mess because I wrote them in a dark theater. Here's one. Corn cheese.
Yeah.
And I think that would be a good new title for the movie.